Welcome to New Sky TV. Congratulations to Zhai Yiying on winning the industry's Most Cultivated Actor Award, a truly deserving powerhouse of acting talent. In the world of short dramas, sudden fame is never a gift of luck, but rather the inevitable result of precise calculation. Zhai Yiying's rise to fame is more like a repeatedly verified data miracle, steady, accurate, and ruthless, yet irresistibly sweet. She's not the kind of flash-in-the-pan actress who gets elevated to stardom with a single memorable scene, but rather someone who, step by step, has honed herself into the optimal solution in the industry under the discerning eyes of paying viewers. What's most astonishing about her is her almost industrialized yet soulful system of emotional output. 1 second her eyes are red-rimmed, tears about to fall, the next a slight smile, a cold sneer hiding a sharp edge, the millisecond level switching is seamless. Her crying scenes don't rely on screaming, her sweet scenes don't rely on sugar-coated scenes, all her emotions are precisely controlled within the threshold of what makes the audience just right hooked. You know these are designed to be enjoyable moments, yet you're still willing to pay for them and stay up all night watching them. What's even more remarkable is her ability to seamlessly navigate all mainstream genres in the short drama market. In sweet romance dramas, she embodies the comfort and reassurance that melts hearts. In suspenseful dramas, a single glance can bring the atmosphere to a fever pitch. In emotionally charged scenes, she doesn't rely on repetitive dialogue, but rather uses subtle changes in breathing and pauses in her eyes to peel back the layers of a character's inner world. Thus, Zhai Yiying plus any male actor equals a shippable couple is no longer just marketing rhetoric, but a conclusion repeatedly validated by the market. But her greatest wisdom lies not in her acting skills, but in her clear-headedness. In the era of short dramas, she never relegates herself to the background of variety shows, nor does she indulge in ineffective exposure. Instead, she firmly establishes herself in the comfort zone of paying users, deeply cultivating the most realistic and brutal track of emotional value. She understands what audiences want to buy and knows how to maximize her strengths. Therefore, this award for cultivating acting talent in the industry feels like a belated but precise recognition, not a fleeting phenomenon of popularity, not an industrial cog in the machine, but a rare existence that can maintain the warmth of a character and personal style even amidst high-intensity production. Zhai Yiying's success tells everyone that in the era of short dramas, truly top-tier actors not only need to be good at acting, but also need to understand the market, the audience, and how to make choices. Sweetness is her gift to the audience, ruthlessness is her self-imposed standard. Zhai Yiying, standing in today's spotlight, deserves and is deserving of it. Thus, you'll find that Zhai Yiying is never an actress who waits for a hit to save her life. She's the kind of person who actively creates hits. Every choice she makes, seemingly following the trend, is actually carefully timed, targeting platform demands, user payment psychology, and the golden window of opportunity in the life cycle of short dramas. Even more ruthless is that she almost never allows herself to risk image depletion. In sweet romance dramas, she adds a touch of coldness. In suspense dramas, she retains a degree of softness. She always delivers the emotions perfectly, but never exhausts them all at once. This restraint is extremely rare among short drama actors. Because most people, once a certain persona becomes popular, are repeatedly replicated by capital until the audience experiences aesthetic fatigue and the value is zeroed out. Zhai Yiying, however, understands the importance of leaving blank spaces, giving the market room to breathe and offer a fresh perspective. A closer look at her performances reveals a counterintuitive truth: she rarely overacts. Her crying scenes aren't hysterical, her sweet scenes aren't cloyingly saccharine, and her ruthless scenes don't wear malice on her face. She seems to precisely control the emotional dosage, ensuring that the audience's emotions reach a peak within the 10 minutes of payment, yet just manage to stop at the point of wanting to see the next episode. This isn't just an actor's instinct, it's a profound understanding of the logic of paid content. So why do producers love her? Because of her stability. Her dramas don't gamble on luck or rely on mystical methods, they generate immediate conversions upon release, virtually eliminating the risk of being shelved after filming. In this era of short dramas that emphasize raw, Zhai Yiying is a repeatedly proven safe asset. Investing in her doesn't guarantee a phenomenal success, but it's highly unlikely to backfire, and this is precisely the quality that capital adores. Some criticize her for being too commercial, saying she lacks the romanticism of an artist. But realistically speaking, short dramas have always been a commercial product. In this arena, the ability to hone acting skills into replicable, quantifiable, and sustainably monetizable skills is itself a top-tier talent. Zhai Yiying wasn't trapped by the artistic filter, nor was she kidnapped by emotional narratives. She was frighteningly clear-headed. The title Queen of Short Dramas is less of a title and more of an industry positioning. She stands at the core of the short drama industry system, delivering emotional delivery through acting and completing the commercial loop with rationality. Sweetness is her outer shell, calmness is her true essence. Therefore, her meteoric rise is not a miracle, but a model. When the industry looks back and reviews this wave of short dramas, Zhai Yiying will definitely be included in the case studies, not as a lucky one chosen by the times, but as the one who understood the rules earliest and mastered them to the extreme. So when you look back at each of her choices, you'll find that it wasn't conservative at all, but an extremely calm and long-term game. She wasn't in a hurry to prove whether she could get on a bigger table, but first, she made sure she sat at the head of the table she was at. For many, the short drama genre is a stepping stone, a transition, or a fallback option. But for Zhai Yiying, it's her main battlefield, her cash flow, and the source of her influence. Her attitude towards exposure is a model of anti-Chinese entertainment. She doesn't chase trending topics, doesn't ride the wave of controversy, and doesn't use her private life as fuel for her popularity. She appears precisely when she needs to be active and disappears completely when she shouldn't. This low-noise, high-conversion survival strategy allows her to maintain a very high level of emotional purity with the audience. You watch her dramas for the character itself, not because you've been spoiled by off-screen information. Even more skillful is her handling of repetition. On the surface, she does seem to be repeatedly playing similar types of characters and the same couples, but if you watch several dramas in a row, you'll find that she's subtly adjusting her parameters. In one, she's strong and wrapped in love. In the next, she becomes cold and self-reliant. In one, she's emotionally expressive. In the next, she's extremely reserved. She makes the market think she's resting on her laurels, but in reality, she's continuously upgrading her persona. This is why she was able to evolve from a tool-type leading lady to an irreplaceable core resource. When an actor no longer merely completes a script but influences the project structure, she has already transcended the boundaries of an ordinary worker. Many scripts only begin refining character development after her availability is confirmed. Many male actors are thrust into leading roles because it's easy to work with her. She remains silent, yet subtly elevates the certainty of the entire project. So stop explaining her path as good luck. Luck can only bring one hit, not a stable curve. What's truly terrifying about Zhai Yiying is that she has gradually transformed being chosen into choosing. While others are still drifting along in the torrent of short dramas, she has quietly completed the transformation from a traffic node to the industry's core. At this point, the title Queen of Short Drama seems somewhat inadequate. She is not someone lifted up on the crest of a wave, but rather someone who sees the direction of the current and secures the course in advance. When the next round of reshuffling truly arrives, those who remain are often not the hottest ones, but the most stable ones, the ones who understand the rules best, and the ones who can consistently produce results. And Zhai Yiying clearly understood this long ago. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.